Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna take a look at the scripting interface of Blender, and we're gonna get initiated to the basics of Python scripting. So if you open up Blender here, you can navigate to the scripting tab, and you're gonna see that we have a few different windows here. We have the console, we have the info tab, and we have the text editor. So the console is used to write little snippets of code, maybe a few lines at a time, and you get an immediate result using Python commands or Blender specific code. So for example, we can start by typing print something, and you're gonna see that the result gets output in here. We're gonna use it a lot in order to debug or test our code before proceeding to the actual script. But yeah, for now, this is all you should know about the console. The info tab is responsible for displaying the real-time commands that are happening in the 3D viewport. So for example, if I delete a cube, you're gonna see that we have the delete command in here. You can use it to copy and paste it anywhere in the console or in the text editor. So let's say I want to add a cube. You're gonna see that we have the command for it here. I can just copy and paste this here. I can paste it in the console, and you're gonna see that it adds a cube. So moving on to the text editor, here we can write our actual script. We can even write full add-ons in here, although it is recommended to use an external text editor or an IDE, but more on that later. But before we move into writing our script, I would like to mention that having a basic knowledge of Python will be helpful in understanding and following along with the series of tutorials. Nothing too crazy, just the basics will do. So we're gonna start by importing BPY, which is the Blender module for Python. To get started, let's say I wanna create a simple script that generates a few cubes and scatters them around the scene. So let's start by defining a number and starting a for loop. So we're gonna do for I in range number. We want to create a cube each time. So let me just copy and paste the command responsible for creating a cube, and then I'm gonna press run script. You're gonna see that we have 50 cubes here. All right, so let me just delete everything. Now to spice things up, I need to import the random module. All right, and for each iteration of the loop, I want to create a new location for the cube. This way, every cube will have a unique location. Okay, so we're gonna do x equals, y equals, and z equals. Okay, so what does it equal? So in the random module, we have function named uniform, and that gives us a float number. Okay, so we're gonna set a range between a minimum of -10 and a maximum of 10. And we're gonna generate a value between those values. Okay, and it's the same for y and z, and so that will give us a new location. And here you can see in the function that creates a cube, we have a few different arguments here. We have the size, enter edit mode, align, location, scale. We can edit each of those, but we're only concerned about the location for now, so we can just delete all of these optional arguments. And we're gonna replace the location with the new location. Okay, so this should give us 50 cubes, each one with a different location. If we press run, we're gonna get just that, and it kind of looks pretty interesting. So we can make it even more interesting with a bigger number and maybe a smaller range. Okay, and there you have it. We've written a basic script that generates a number of cubes and scatters them in random locations. It's a simple start, but it's a great way to get familiar with Blender scripting. So up until this point, if you followed along and understood everything, that's great. If not, then feel free to rewind the video and start over, because it's actually pretty important to get these basics in your hand before we can move to more advanced topics. Okay, now if you've enjoyed this tutorial, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Blender scripting content. And as always, leave any questions or comments below and I'll do my best to help you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.